Stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Brooklyn, Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot. Here's Powell. They get it back. Covington kicks to McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's Brooklyn. Here's KD. Irving looking over the floor. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Irving missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Powell dishes to Lillard. From about 19 feet, the shot no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Portland has possession. Back to Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, and no good. Good D by Harden.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Lillard against Irving, and Lillard gets double-teamed. And a wide-open look for McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Irving. Harden the pass to Irving. Count that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Harden against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. There's the dish to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of score.
And Griffin slams it in.
And the strength from the big man. Griffin just refusing to quit and muscling it in. Wow.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Now here's McCollum. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And that one drops.
Irvin has the touch needed to do damage from just about anywhere, including from there.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. Back to Lillard, looking to end the run. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Brooklyn leading by 7. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Now here's Powell, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Lillard from outside.
You know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that. Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Irving from long range. Portland grabs the miss. The tray. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. You tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
For Brooklyn, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Lillard attacking. Here's Covington. 6 to shoot. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. A 3-ball. Again, the miss by Lillard. And it's sent back by Lillard. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. KD with the bucket. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Boy, I love watching Harden pack the rock. Has an unlimited number of moves to choose from. Endless.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Lillard. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The lead now cut to single digits.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Over to the wing. It's stolen by Jones. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Cantor, excellent with that read.
And there's the pass to Jordan. Outside, Green. Passes to Llewellyn. Lobs it up for Jordan.
Well, I like that Jordan doesn't force anything. He just kind of lets the offense come to him, picking his spots well.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Trailing here by 8. How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball? Dinwiddie passes to Brown. The putback. Portland's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Simons.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now, here's Brown. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
Here's Simons. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Down low. Anthony down low, working on Green. Pass to Simons. Just 4 to shoot. Anthony, and staying with the play, Anthony.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Pass to Green. Here's Llewellyn. Rebounded by Anthony. Here's Simons. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Anthony against Brown. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. 2 shots. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Cullen passes to Covington. And a deep 3 from Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
Dinwiddie dishes to Green. Pops it up for Jordan. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And he lobs it up toward the rim. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 7.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of the...
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. They scorched the hardwood with an aggressive... And that'll about...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
They've got Harris. Durant is up. Oh, that was terrific.
God, good. And Harden, absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Lillard finds Powell. Covington trying to break free. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Lillard. And here's Harden. He's got 9. Dishes to KD. Harden against Lillard. Lobs it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
The pass to Durant. Shoots off the step back. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's McCollum. Yes, that goes in. McCollum's got 5 now.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Lillard against Harden. Harris outside. There's the feed to Jordan. Pass to Harden. Harris kicks to Harden. He dishes it to Jordan. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 4. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Kicks it out to Lillard. And that one is good. He's got 17.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Harden the pass to Durant. Tries from 10. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. KD's got his second bucket of the game to go. Lillard outside. Pass to Covington to the inside. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone. And KD throws it down.
Durant's a pleasure to watch moving in transition. So fluid and always under control.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Buries it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. It's just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Irving kicks to Harris from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Now McCollum, he has 5. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Up and in on the layup. Lillard's got 22.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Brown the pass to Luwawu. We've got 22 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Dinwiddie outside. From past the arc. And Luwawu gets it to go. Luwawu's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Simons. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, Anthony is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Llewellyn. Back to Green. Dinwiddie outside. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. Simons, the pass to Anthony. He gets it in there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Dinwiddie outside. Brown the pass to Llewellyn. It's stolen by Jones. Here's the break. There's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Yeah, loitering above the rim. Hollis Jefferson with athleticism to burn.
Oh, Griffin in position.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Simons surveying the D. Rebound, Brooklyn. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Kevin Durant's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Irving's checked in for Brown. And James Harden has subbed in for Dinwiddie. Trailblazers trail by 3. Powell, no one around him. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 24.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Right side, Covington. It's McCollum on the wing. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Nets with the lead. Harden finds Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
Lillard way outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Lillard against Harden, and Lillard gets double-teamed. Stolen by Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more. And, you know, the calm nature of Covington, even in tense moments, he stays relaxed, he keeps his composure, and finds ways to nail these shots.
Irving against McCollum. 5 to shoot. Durant in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Lillard from outside. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Harris kicks to Durant. On the wing, Irving. The pass to KD. Outside Irving. The three from Harden sinks the three-pointer. And the Nets lead by 9.
You know, a good percentage of Harden's points come from beyond the arc. He works extremely hard to find the space he needs on the perimeter.
Irving dishes to Harden. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Some good moments, David. Thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Harden. Griffin is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Now, here is Harden. And it's Jordan atop the key. Back to Harden. Morris with the rebound.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Up top, Brown. Defended by George. Here's KD. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka finds Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Three-pointer. Ibaka, no luck. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Jordan, high post. He dishes it to Brown. Pass to Durant. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Jordan. Lobbed up there for KD. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Like the connection there. KD has his teammates looking out for him. An outstanding alley-oop that time.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. Pass to Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Now here's Harden. KD looking around. Throws it up high. Leonard with the steal. The drive by Jackson. On the wing, George. Over Brown. And the shot is long. And last season, Marcus Morris's name, one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
So it's the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Nets. There's the pass to George. From deep three-point range, he can't get that one, and Brooklyn will come the other way. KD's shot is good.
How about those long strides, Durant quick in the open court and then right to the rim.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the bucket is right there.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here's Harden. Outside Jordan. Back to Harden. The Clippers grab the miss, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Zubac the pass to man. Kennard against Brown. Pass to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's Irving. He lobs it up. The putback. Claxton the pass to Irving. And finally they hit one.
When you make shots like that, Kyrie is showing just how confident he is in his offensive ability.
Passes it to Beverly. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Irving passes to Green. Back to Irving. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Kyrie not backing away from the contact there. In fact, welcoming that one, tricked you into it.
Zubac with it. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Kennard. Pass to man. Kicks it to Cousins. Over Green. Again, Los Angeles.
Such a power player is Cousins. Fantastic. Fighting his way through whatever kind of challenge the defense wants to throw at him.
Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball.
And that does it for the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harris, also Green out there, and it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. On the pass to man. And another shot. No good from Cousins. Nets leading by 4. Harris inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Now Irving. He's got 6. Fires, high post. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers trail by 3. Pass to Cousins. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The tricks of the big man, DeMarcus Cousins, on display there. Terrific at showing the ball, getting his man to jump out of position, and taking full advantage.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Beverly against Irving. Fires the 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times. Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jeff Green picks one up.
Cousins becoming more focused at being a better passer and a more efficient shooter, improving some of the aspects of his game that have made him an all-star in the NBA.
Irving looking over the floor. Dinwiddie drives in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. He hits the second from the line. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Kennard for 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Zubac. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Irving double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
It's the Nets now. 1:58 left now here in the second. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Irving's got 12 points in the game. Dinwiddie against Kennard. Inside, Zubac, the best of man. That 3 off the mark.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Irving. Right wing. The Nets working the ball around now. Harris outside. Takes the 3. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. Passes it to Beverly. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
On its way from Irving for two, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And so here are the Clippers. Man passes to Kennard. For the three. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Dinwiddie wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Now the Clippers with it. Trailing by 4. Here's Man. Los Angeles with another miss.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys. And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
And here's Beverly. Pass to Man. And here's Kennard. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Now Cousins with his height is able to get up there and jam that one down. Just get the ball deep to him on the inside, and pretty much he'll take care of the rest.
Oh, that's a real nice looking deep three ball there.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that'll do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Nets leading by 8. Dinwiddie finds Green. Here's Claxton. In the corner, Irving with it. Shoots from the elbow, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 17 points for Kyrie Irving. George against Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Deflects the pass. Harris kicks to Irving. There's the triple. That shot off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Jackson dishes to Leonard. The shot's good.
Well, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. Now the pass to Claxton. Harris with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Here's Claxton. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
George looking around. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Now the feed to Ibaka. Passes it to Morris. Back to Ibaka. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. George way outside. It's rebounded by Durant.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense. Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Morris. It's good on the putback.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
A minute 20 left to play in the third. And a deep three from Harden. The Clippers grab the miss. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Over Harden. Here's Morris. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And Jordan has it in the corner. Harden against Jackson. Up again, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 14.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The drive by Jackson. Here's George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
KD against Leonard. Clock at 6. Shot on the wing. KD can't get it to go. Harden against Leonard. Over Griffin. Leonard the pass to Morris.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
The deep three from Harden. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Brooklyn going into the break with a 10-point lead. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Green. He's out there with Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Back to Dinwiddie. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on George.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
For the Clippers, and both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Clippers trail by 12. Now, here's Kennard. Pass to Man. And there it is for him. Man's got his first basket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside Irving. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's foul number 2 for him. Irving against Beverly. 16 feet away. No good from Irving. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Man passes to Cousins. Now here's Zubac. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Zubac has got it back down to single digits for the Clippers. Irving with it. The dish to Harris. Irving passes to Harris. Back to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls it from the elbow. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Nice mid-range, Jay. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Irving against Beverly. Here's Cousins. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Irving. Lets it fly. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. So both teams making some changes here. Nets leading by 10. Now Harden. Outside, KD. Over Jackson. Misses off the left iron. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by George.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Harden scanning the floor. Elbow shot is on the way. KD's shot is off. Clippers trail by 8. Outside, George. That one good for 2.
He does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Harden kicks to Irving. Back to Harden. Outside for Griffin. Outside, KD. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. George with no one around. The long distance 3 is good. And now just a 3-point Nets lead. The Nets have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Durant against Leonard. And the shot is good. And the Nets lead by 5.
And he sort of had that look in his eyes. Durant staying cool in a clutch moment.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. And it's Leonard top of the key. George against Irving. And George, here we go. Slam home. And the coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, onto the wire. This is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jackson finds Morris. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
The Nets working the ball around now. Harden draws the double and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Brooklyn has possession. The pass to Durant. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Just 3 to shoot from deep 3-point range. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic... Here are the five for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the three. Now, here's Lillard. Steps back and trains the jump shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
And George gets it to go.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
McCollum against George. McCollum passes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. To the paint. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Zubac. George finds Leonard. Shoots over Lillard. Leonard, no luck.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
Passes it to Nurkic. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Involving his game over time. That's what's going on. I mean, look, this demonstrates growth. Nurkic looking willing to challenge himself with these shots.
Now, here is George. Jackson down low. Covered by Lillard. Morris, no good.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Pass to Powell. It's hauled in by George. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the middle. Here's Leonard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Down low. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Shot clock at 3. Over George. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Leonard the pass to Morris. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Powell, that's good.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Now, here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Here's the pass to McCollum. Takes a 3. Here's Covington. Here's Nurkic. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Not just an interior threat, the in-between jumper. I mean, Nurkic possesses is often right on the money, too.
Jackson dishes to George. Leonard on the wing. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got his second bucket.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Lillard against Jackson. Kicks it out to Covington. And here's McCollum for 3. Covington's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Well, he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? I mean, pull up and bury the 3 in transition.
Portland trailing here. Here's Lillard. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Nobody near Nurkic. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Here's Leonard. Takes it off the glass. Leonard's got 6.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Lillard way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
To the inside. Wide open look here for Zubac. No good with the triple. It's all tied in Portland. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we... Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his up.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah. Love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at point guard. Here's Simons. To the middle. Here's Anthony. Kicks it out to Jones. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jones has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now, here's Kennard. Covered by Hollis-Jefferson. This one for three. And Cantor pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Kennard with the ball. Hollis-Jefferson's there. Here's Patterson. Back to Kennard. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Here's Kennard's mechanics on full display. Makes the mid-range shot look almost effortless.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Fade away. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Kennard for three. Out to the wing for three. Man can't hit.
Well, that's just enough break. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Jones, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Jones. It's deflected. They get it back. The shot's good from Cantor. Clippers trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Patterson. The shot from the low post is good. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Shoots from the line, and it's Portland with the rebound. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Beverly. Here's Ibaka. Off with the layup. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 15-6 run. Back to Jones. Simons surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Patterson. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Kept alive. Man passes to Patterson. Now Beverly. Shot clock at 6. Launches it. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hollis-Jefferson kicks to Anthony. Over Patterson. And again, it's Portland converting.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
They're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 11 points. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. And he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic, big part of what. And that's going to do it for us here.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
Known for his defensive chops, Covington's length and timing is what allows him to bother shooters.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Jackson.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
McCollum finds Nurkic. Now McCollum lets it go with a 3. But they'll get another chance. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
George against McCollum. Now Lillard. He has 5. The step back jumper is good. Lillard's got 7 points.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Takes a shot at the elbow. Lillard. And it's Lillard on the follow. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Morris. Lillard against Jackson. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Lillard scanning the floor. Kicks it out to McCollum.
And arguably the game's most versatile defender, Leonard can legitimately guard 1 through 5.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Portland leading by 6. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Nurkic, the open look. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Feeds it to Leonard. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. McCollum kicks to Covington. Back to McCollum. To the right side. Zubac against Lillard. Shoots over Zubac. And that one's good. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
Jackson has the open look. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And here's McCollum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Leonard, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
When he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Lillard outside. He dishes it to Nurkic. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Jackson kicks to George. Back to Jackson. George against McCollum. And George, here we go. Count it. Good. George has got 10 points in the game.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Jackson against Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Off the mark. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Ennis Cantor. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Simons. Pass to Anthony. From downtown, Kennard with the rebound.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good. And Patterson drops them both. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Simons. Inside, there's Hollis Jefferson, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Here's Jones, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Jones has got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Kennard, covered by Hollis Jefferson. Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Patterson, that's good.
As good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. He doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Simons, the pass to Anthony. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Beverly. Kennard up top. He's covered by Cantor. And it's Beverly missing. Portland leading by 11. Here's Simons. Hollis Jefferson passes to Jones. Here's Simons. But they get it back. Launches a three. Hands it from downtown. Simons has got 5 points in the quarter.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, the D-like, that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Out to the right wing. The dive for the ball. And another turnover here by Portland. Clippers trail by 12. 1:31 left in the game. Down low, and Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Patterson passes to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard for three. That one's not going to go. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Simons. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Anthony. Rebound by the Clippers.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Trailblazers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat. Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but just wasn't enough.
The three. Got a piece of it. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it out to Jones. Off target from three-point range. Ibaka wide open. He fires. Misses there. And so it's Portland winning this one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. And coming to you today from, here are the starters for Brooklyn. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Claxton in at the 5. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, down low. Now, here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. Harden against McCollum. Claxton the pass to Griffin. 6 to shoot. And it's good off the back rim and in. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Now here's Durant following the miss by C.J. McCollum. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Here's Claxton. Harden surveying the D. Here's KD. And the basket is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's McCollum. Kicks to Covington. 14 feet away. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Here is Harden. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And, you know, if you give Harden daylight to shoot from the mid-range, he'll take it. Can't give him any room, mid-range or three, but mostly mid-range.
Lillard against Dinwiddie. Puts up a three. Lillard misses.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Griffin kicks to Durant. From deep. Powell pulls it in.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Nurkic. The rebound by the Nets.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
KD against Powell. Left side Durant. Shoots over Powell, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Lillard, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 7.
And Harden has the ultimate green light. I mean, it's uber green, including launching from outside of the state.
Now here's Lillard. And it's good for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Dinwiddie. It's a 5-point game. From deep. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third will be a problem.
Here's Lillard. It's good. 8 points for him. Brooklyn leading by 3. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. And KD throws it down.
Boy, using this momentum to his advantage when Durant takes off towards the rim. Watch out below.
Dinwiddie against Lillard. Bucket is good.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Harden with it. He has 7. There's 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. Basket counts.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Lillard finds Covington. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Unselfishness, always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Harden the pass to Claxton. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pat to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
No Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how
Humble begins. I'm proud.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And a deep 3 from Lillard. They grabbed their own miss, and the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Anthony. Lobs it up for Cantor.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Irving against Jones. Irving dishes to Harris. Shoots. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Harris.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Now Cantor. Here's Simons. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Brown. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And that one's good, Irving.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irving has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
Here's Simons, guarded by Green. And Cantor now, top the key. Pass to Simons. The Trailblazers rebound. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Irving. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, on the drive, Irvin probably anticipates the foul there or even expects it. He's too sharp to let it surprise him.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 6. 1:51 left in the first half. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. It's tipped. Stolen by Kansas. And now Portland on the break. Anthony with it. Now Green defending. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Brown outside. Back to Irving. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And that's an intentional foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. We've got 1:18 left in the second quarter. Lets it go from deep. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Cantor's shot is off. Nets leading by 4. And here's Harden. He's got 11. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Simons the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Cantor with it. 46 seconds left here in the second. Here's Simons. Dinwiddie covering. And it's Simons missing.
Putting up a goose egg, bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
The wide open look here for Anthony. A rebound by the Nets. KD on the wing. Defended by Jones. And he commits the intentional foul. 15 seconds left in the first half. The wide open look for Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Powell. Can't cash in from close range. That'll do it for the first half. Net.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points and 1 rebound. That's all for now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
So for Brooklyn now, Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, and it's Claxton in at the 5. Home in the paint. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Here's Harden. That one, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Now Lillard. He's got 14. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Outside, KD. And an intentional foul right there. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. KD against Powell. Now the pass to Claxton. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Now here's Durant. 6 points for him.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Nets trail by 3. Will it go? And the layup is good. KD's got 8 points.
Well, he's capable of scoring from anywhere. Durant's size and touch make him a prime-time threat inside.
Lillard outside. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Covington sends it back. Here's the lob to Lillard. And now we've got the intentional foul. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
Well, the elevation from Durant should come as no surprise there. I mean, he's dangerous above the rim, and he can go way above it too, folks.
And Griffin sends it back. That one goes in. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Durant. Kicks it out to Harden. Outside Griffin. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. Nurkic with the steal. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Durant drawing the double team. The 19-foot shot. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Durant's got 12.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard misses. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. Dinwiddie kicks to Harden. Back to Dinwiddie. Harden outside. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Pass to Powell. Covington wide open. He fires a 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Dinwiddie. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And it's now only a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Oh, man, what a shot.
Get that from another time zone.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So it's Brooklyn now. 4-point game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Derek Jones. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the 1.
You know, Irving is deadly from mid-range and really embraces that shot. He doesn't shy away from it. And I think he can give opponents a lot of problems because of it.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harris. Here's Jones. Good D by Irving.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Irving, good.
How many different ways can Kyrie Irving beat his man? I mean, his array of moves is endless.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. Back to Kanter. 6 on the shot clock, and stolen by Harris. Brown drives in, and there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Brown.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact, and Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
And again, it's Brooklyn converting. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Portland moving the ball around. And finished off by Collins.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Irving's shot is good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Simons surveying the D. Jordan with the rebound, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Dinwiddie. And he banks in the layup. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Harden with it. Outside Durant. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. That one falls.
So smooth offensively, extremely smooth. Durant, easily one of the best scorers in NBA history.
Lillard dishes to Covington, and it's blocked. Powell against Harden. Durant at the elbow. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton, and Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Durant against Powell. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And the basket by Lillard.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Irving looking for an opening. 13 feet away. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
You know, his job is really to carry the load offensively, and that's exactly what Irving is doing tonight.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. The free throw is good from Lillard.
Crucial. He converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Left side, KD. Rebounded by Anthony.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
And Covington is someone who definitely has the clutch DNA. I mean, he welcomes the chance to take these important shots.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority. Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
A putback. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss, and so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, at this stage of his career, Jordan not only knows his role, but thoroughly and fully embraces it. He's out there to provide energy and hustle on defense and on the glass.
And the basket by Lillard.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Here's Lillard. Shot from the inbound. Not going to go that time.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 9. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Lillard fires away from way outside, and it falls. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. Thanks, David. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And for the Nets, we've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Jordan. And it's Durant, and it's Harden in at the 2. Now, here is Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the length of Durant. He's more than capable of attacking the rim and either scoring or drawing the foul.
He hits both from the stripe.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
George against Harden. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. Griffin with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. And then Durant with the jam.
He loves to fire up his team with the big finish. KD rocking the rim.
Over in the corner, Cousins. To the paint. Here's Zubac. And too long on the shot. We've seen a quick start here for the Nets. Griffin kicks to Irving. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
Irving passes to Harden. Good, nice job down low.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
From deep three-point range. Let's keep it alive. Jordan dishes to Durant. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's George. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Harden. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Yep, it counts. Durant's got 8.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Beverly wide open. Buries the long-range jumper. 5 points in the game.
Very consistent from long distance. Beverly a floor spacer offensively.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Here's George. James Harden picking up that last basket. From the arc. George, no good. And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-5 run. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 9. And Cousins kicks to George. Passes it to Beverly. The rebound by KD.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
From deep. Harden missing again. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And Leonard gets it to go.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Beverly against Irving. And finished off by Katie.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play. Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Brooklyn ahead, up 11. Live. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Green. Also out there, Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Dinwiddie outside. Bobbed up there for Green. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And Harris wide open. He shoots off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. Batum, good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Left side, Brown. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
He's off on that one. Brooklyn leading by 9. Here's Dinwiddie. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Dinwiddie's got his first 2 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Jackson drives in. Here's Ibaka. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Brown, and he comes up with the deuce. And the Nets lead by 15. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. And then Brown with the dunk.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
It's Jackson with the drive. Green with the block.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Ibaka slams it in.
For a big, Ibaka has excellent end-to-end speed. Hard to stay with in transition.
Dinwiddie against Jackson. Harris outside. From deep three-point range. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Here's Dinwiddie, and they pick up 2. Dinwiddie's got 4 points in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jackson, he's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Dinwiddie against Jackson. Dinwiddie left side. And so it's Brooklyn with an 18. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 10 points and 3 rebounds. And that'll do.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. Harden's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Leonard kicks to Beverly. To the wing right side. And a deep 3 from George. Cousins finds George. Clock at 6. The 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Harden against George. There's the 3. And it's George again missing.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Floats it up for Cousins. That one, no good.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Jordan trying to free himself up, and the Nets miss again. Clippers trail by 20.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Here's Irving. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nets lead by 20.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
The 3 from George. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Irving gets to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. George passes to Leonard. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
George with no one around. Hits it from 3-point range. George has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Los Angeles. 1:44 left in the third. Irving is in, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
I love the way of Griffin. Eye on the prize, going after the rim. Is either going to dunk it or you're going to foul him.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I play, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
It's Durant on the wing. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
43 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Morris for 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Irving. He gets that one. Irving's got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Jackson looking around. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Griffin's got 5 rebounds tonight. A step back shot here. Tips it. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 21.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. We're going to keep the defense on his heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Kennard against Brown. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. There's Dinwiddie. It's good.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the wide open shot from Morris. The rebound by Jeff Green. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Harris outside. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. Harris outside. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson.
You know, there's always going to be room in this league for guys like Luke Kennard. He can shoot, he can pass it, and he can put it on the floor.
Out to Harris. From outside the arc. Harris missing again.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Inside, stolen by Zubac. Leonard attacking. Dinwiddie with the steal. To the middle. Back to Brown. Pushing it up. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Brown. Nets leading by 23. Out to the right wing. He feeds it to Harris. Shot from 12. Almost, but it rolls out. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. A rebound by the Nets. 1:25 left in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer. Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Beverly against Dinwiddie. Lobbed up there for Green. No good that time. Right side Leonard. Got that bucket in no time at all.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
From deep. The shot missing. Kennard on the wing.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's it. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Now here's Lillard. There's the dish to Covington. Shoots the 3. Lillard misses. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Zubac finds George. Shoots the 3. And there's Jackson on the assist by George.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Cullen passes to Covington. And there's the pass to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Lillard outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
George against Lillard. With some arc. The shot by George, no good.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Portland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
Outside Jackson. And Covington sends it back. And he gets it back. Here's Morris. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got 5.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's Nurkic, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Free throw good, Nurkic. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
In the corner, Ibaka with it. Passes it to Beverly. Now here's Patterson. Tight defense on him. Crafty move. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. And he's going up for the alley-oop. One-on-one here. Here's Kennard. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Back to Beverly. Down low. Shot clock at 6. The second chance effort, and it's laid in by Ibaka.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Simons. His three-pointers off the mark. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Mann. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. For 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
We've got Patrick Beverly. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Pass to Cannon. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Kennard covering. Now Hollis Jefferson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Simons. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Now here's Patterson. That shot no good. Anthony with the defensive effort. Here's Simons. Patterson defending. From deep. Here's Simons. They get it again.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Kanter is a monster on the offensive glass.
Beverly, the pass to Mann. Back to Beverly. Now, here's Kennard. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. The pass to Patterson. Here's Ibaka. And Kanter pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Simons. No good. That would have tied it. Los Angeles leading by 3. To the inside. Man, that one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Passes to Carmelo. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Hollis Jefferson passes to Simons. Jones for 3. Sinks the triple. Jones has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Kennard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Portland with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. 1:52 left in the first half of the game. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Kanter. His first shot coming late. The Trailblazers rebound. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kanter's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
With a number of go-to moves and a soft touch, Kanter can crush you inside.
Pass to Ibaka. And here's Kennard. Jones, no one around him. Here's Kanter. Pass to Simons. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kansas.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Now here's Beverly down low. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, leaving nothing to chance there. Ibaka goes up strong and finishes with a little attitude.
51 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Here's Anthony. Here's Cantor. Kicks to Carmelo. Hollis Jefferson passes to Anthony. Goes back up. Dishes to Cantor. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And it's 6 points for Enes Kanter.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
To the middle, stolen by Kanter. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. From the arc. And Carmelo Anthony hits from deep. And now a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Felt like the whole team knew they were going to get out into transition. Melo takes full advantage.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Trailblazers. They finish off the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. It's time now to go. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They've got a 3-point lead. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, we can't look past.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Batum passes to Jackson. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 8. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Outside for Batum. Nails the 16-footer.
Good awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Kicks it out to Covington. No good on the 3. Clippers trail by 8. Left side, George. The pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Leonard. from deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. A three from McCollum. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Outside Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. 1:31 left in the third. He kicks it to Covington. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A shot by George, wide open. Morris. Banked in off the glass. Morris has got 7.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Lillard finds McCollum. George against Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. That one doesn't go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. The 11-footer. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, the defender leaning just a little. Kawhi recognizes it, pulls up for the easy one.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Here's Nurkic. He dishes it to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Good instincts from Lillard. Runs that pick and roll all for the setup. Ends with the assist.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. The tray. Leonard inside. He is guarded by McCollum. The three from George. Knocks down the 3-ball. George has got his second basket.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Patrick Patterson, Patrick Beverly out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Ibaka, and it's Mann in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Kennard, the pass to Mann. Back to Kennard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Misses the wing J. Trailblazers leading by 4. Jones drives in. Pass to Canner. Feeds to Carmelo. Back to Canner. And Canner throws it down.
As big as Cantor is, more often than not, he's drawing contact on the drive. And that time, he was able to convert through it.
To the paint. Ibaka, the pass to Patterson. Kennard kicks to Beverly. Back to Kennard from deep 3-point range, and Jones pulls it down. And for Portland, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Pass to Carmelo. Here's Simons, fires the 3, and no good that time.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Kennard, the pass to Beverly. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. And the three off target.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And Beverly kicks to Patterson. Kennard for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Jones, the pass to Simons. Kicks it out to Jones. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Goes up from the top of the key. It's not going to go for him.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Anthony against Patterson. Fires from the wing. Again, the Trailblazers score.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
The dish to Anthony. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Stolen by Beverly. The pass to Patterson. Here's Mann, defended by Jones. And here's Kennard. Shoots from 12. And he overshot that one, missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Here's Simons. Poke loose.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Simons surveying the D. Dishes it to Carmelo. Shoots over Patterson. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kennard's shot is off.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And so it's Portland winning this one. They came in. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.